Welcome. My name is Gabe Dalporto and I'm the CEO of Udacity. I'm incredibly excited to have you all join us for our first ever RPA Insiders Virtual Conference, brought to you by UiPath and Udacity.
The first thing I want to cover is this, time. Time is the most important thing for a business now.
We're moving toward a mixed human-machine workforce where bots really play an important role. What COVID-19 has done is, number one, to take away some of the workers that we have, unfortunately, but particularly in the US, lots of jobs have been lost. That work often still needs to get done. Secondly, we have to do it in this different way. Our business process was broken because of our lack of access to the office, or maybe there was paper still involved. And so investing in automation becomes a forcing function. It requires that we understand what the process is, that we digitize it, and then once we've started to aid it with bots, that we continuously improve it.
And it's allowing people to do things that are more uniquely human. So if people are holding on to some secrets on the way that they do their job. We're talking to people about a citizens-led effort, right? A bottoms-up approach to automation, where we take a look at what could you be doing to improve your efficiency, right? Create a new process, create a new automation that will help you and maybe others in the department do it.
Ultimately, a sense of fear, though, can arise from those workers that the automation will totally replace them. And to mitigate that, I like to tell people right up front, listen, I'm not here to take your job. I'm actually here to give you an Iron Man suit. And if you've ever seen the Iron Man movies, you know that there's a human inside this mechanized suit that is capable of doing all these really cool things and providing them information, helping them make decisions, and doing things in an automated fashion. So I like to present RPA as a synergy between machines and humans, allowing the humans to ultimately be basically superheroes.
We've seen a lot of acceleration, specifically within citizen development and within the unattended automations that we're doing throughout the pandemic, which has been really interesting. And we have been leveraging very heavily the Mural, which is the virtual whiteboarding, Jira, definitely leveraging Automation Hub, which UiPath provides with the gamification and the sharing of code snippets. And it's been really great to see that whether we're working with our teams in Sweden, whether we're working with teams in the US, that all of these collaboration tools combined with UiPath have actually allowed us to accelerate the demand that we have within Spotify for RPA, whether it's attended or unattended automation.
I think overall, people have gotten very comfortable with it, and as Sydney mentioned, they start to learn other things like data visualization and other things that are becoming easier and easier to learn.
They fear it until they understand it, and once they understand it, then they're okay with expecting more.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yes, definitely.
In the current environment, small organizations are probably better set up to move quicker with this technology. And, I think, that we've seen, at least working with our clients, I would say from a profiling perspective, we've probably seen more success at getting to scale quicker with RPA.
We're virtualizing. This is the new model. RPA has a very important role to play in helping underpin an automation strategy that has to be native to get there. Business executives need to get savvy quickly about how to leverage these technologies, when to leverage them, what are they capable of, how can they help workarounds, how can they help breathe life into existing systems, how can they help drive processes to digital, that if you can't do it, you're out of the game here.
It sounds like the use of robotics and bots is going to continue to go on up. The follow-on question I have for you is how is it that it will help workers today, of course, and not replace them?
As a former anti-money laundering officer, I can tell you that in a highly regulated environment, things that scare me are people pushing paper in, again, mind-numbing repetitive tasks. That's sort of the stuff that kept me up at night, whether it was, the one person who left some papers in their desk and never filed them, or just the fact that there's only so many times you can get something right precisely, or just even somebody gets sick and we miss a deadline. I think there's a lot of opportunity in the compliance realm to sort of automate a lot of those repetitive processes that'll give a lot of these industries some serious peace of mind.
So it's not necessarily the industry, it's about finding the right processes and the right volume of processes to allow you to automate, to generate the return or the business outcome that you want. For some that's cash, for some that's higher customer NPS, for some that's happier staff, for some it's all of those things together. But the tooling's there, it's just about not going with the tool and then trying to find where the tool fits. It's about having a business problem or a strategy or an outcome that you want to achieve, and then working back from that to decide which tool or tools allow you to achieve that objective.
This is a very small market. The potential is massive. I think the latest figure for 2020 revenues from RPA alone would be about 2.9 billion US dollars. That's a very small market. So the potential is enormous because, as Kieran and Brian will tell you, you can apply this stuff virtually anywhere within the limitations we've described. And so an awful lot of people are nowhere near using this stuff. And yet the good users, the very good users, are getting fantastic results.